Well, it's Tuesday evening, and I am doing a one-to-one with Expat of Mazarron when he comes on. I have sent the invitation to him, so hopefully he will come on. It's Tuesday evening, so just got to get everything set up. He hasn't come on yet. I have sent the invitation. We've got one viewer. I don't know who it is because no one said anything. So please come on, Expat in Mazarron, and join me on my one-to-one. He said he was going to do it from the upstairs sitting room. So, and he hasn't come on yet. I've sent him 2 invitations. Well, I'll tell you a bit about what I've been up to today then while I'm waiting for him. It's I've been out and about to East Alton, doing a bit of flying with a friend of mine. I was up flying for about 15 minutes, but it was hazy. I was hoping to get some good views. Hello, Ian. Good evening. I don't know what's up with Sean. I told him 8 o'clock, and I've sent him the invite. So why is he not with me, please? Otherwise, I won't be able to do anything. This is the 3rd one I've sent to him, and he hasn't come back to me for some reason. So I just don't know what's happened. Oh, he's there now. Good evening, Expat from Mazarron. How are you?
Hello, England.
Hello, Spain. So what have you been up to in the last few days since we last saw you on your showcase reel?
What have I been up to? Well, I've been up to today I did a property, a nice little 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom property on Camprasol. So I did that this morning, and then other days I've been working around the house.
Oh, well, that's good then. Yeah, I've been out with my drone today. As I've just been saying, I went out to East Alton, which is a place just on side of Immingham. And I thought, oh, I'll put it up. But when we got there, it was really misty, you know, hazy. So I've got a few shots. I flew for about 15 minutes, but edited it down to about 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I was going to put that up, but because I'm doing the live broadcast with you, I thought I'd leave that for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, otherwise there'll be too many up. So, Expat from Mazarron, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into drone flying?
Right, how I got into drone flying. Well, I've always been interested in aerial photography ever since I was a wee lad. And when I went into the military, that sort of threw me into it because I did a lot of helicopter work during the army years. Taking pictures out of the helicopter with my camera. And then when I left the army, that sort of become non-existent because I couldn't afford to carry on with that. Then I suppose about 10 years ago, I set up a company called Low Level Aerial Photography, mainly because I had a friend of mine at work that had an airplane. But with airplanes, you have to book the day that you set and you go up, whatever the weather, and the cost was horrendous, and people don't like paying a lot of money. And then obviously Google come along and that sort of put us out. So I bought a telescopic mast, and that used to take up my camera up to about 50 feet in the air. So that started, you know, all right, but it made me lugging around this pole all the time. So I was looking at other options I was using helium balloons and putting a GoPro camera to it. That didn't work out. And then I suppose about 5 years ago, I bought a thing called a Hex, which was the first start of the drone quadcopters, but it was quite a flimsy thing, long plastic arms, and it cost me about, I don't know, 600 quid. No GPS. You could put a GoPro camera on it, but I didn't get round to that because it didn't have GPS. I couldn't get any control of it, and it take off about 3 feet. I'd crash it. So I sold that on eBay, and then DJI had already bought out Phantom 1. So that was it. I was hooked. I with the Phantom One, you could attach a GoPro camera to it, but in those early days, you just attach the GoPro as it went up in the air. It would just jitter around like that. But to me, that was fantastic. You know, you could watch the video, but you would have to keep shaking to watch it. But you could take photographs, and then as time went on, I mean, the time limit was like 8 minutes of flight, and then the Phantom 2 come out. It was still quite basic, but it had GPS. You still had quite good control, but the time only went up to about 10 minutes. And then I think it's the Vision Plus, which I've still got, Phantom 2 Vision Plus. That was the very first one that they had their own. There was one camera before, but this was the main sort of camera, 12 million pixel camera, bit like the GoPro, had a bit of a curve in it. Still got it, like I said, it's been in the water, it survived. Then I've gone on to the Phantom 3s, and then that's it really. I've been hooked.
Yeah, and did you do much footage with him back home in the UK?
Yeah. I mean, I've been with YouTube since 2009. I think I started up, and I suppose I had about 30 subscribers, and that carried on probably for about I don't know. Well, 2 years ago, it just snowballed because once I got into the drone flying, before I came over to Spain, I think it must have been 2015, I got into the crop circle society. And I started.
So can you tell us a bit about those crop circles? Did you ever find out who created them?
Yeah, I expect, I don't know if he's watching. Sometimes he watches. He's a guy called Matthew something. He's down in the area where Lee lives. I don't know if Lee knows Matthew, but he used to. They do sand sculptures on the beach. They make patterns in the sand before when the waves go. They do these massive circles of patterns and whatever, or drawings. He was part of the society in There's a place in Wiltshire. If you watch one of my early videos in 2015, it's an actual village, and they got a pub. I forgot the name of it, but it's where they all meet once a year, and they discuss what they're going to do for the year. And I think the year that I was doing it, some yank, shouldn't say that word.
Yeah,
the American guy decided to think, we can make some money out of this, because the farmers were making quite a bit of money out of crop circles, because what they do, they got this society that go around. They call them, I don't know, the official crop circle organisation, and they set up wherever these crop circles are. They set up and they collect. I think they collect like 50 pence or 3 or 4 quid, but these farmers are raking in like, I don't know, up to 20 grand sometimes, because the amount of people that come and see these crop circles. But as always, can I say that all these crop circles are done by these guys? Because some of them, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody's yet actually caught them making them during the night. I mean, there's supposedly been a couple of videos where they've caught guys setting it up, but some of them are, I don't know, a bit odd. I would say that they're man-made. Obviously, there'd be a lot of people out there who no, from outer space. But
I agree with you, Sean. That
guys, why is it only in frigging Wiltshire and Dorset down that way?
Yeah.
And we don't get them out here for a start. You possibly get them in Germany, but then there's a big organisation in Germany that are all in for the crop circles, and obviously, I think every now and again in America they have the odd one. But yeah, anyway, I'm always interested in aerial patterns. So I started covering the crop circles to eventually I got a phone call.
Yeah, carry on then, Sean.
Yeah, I got a phone call and asked me could I cover some of the crop circles, because like with all these things, they don't know all these groups that make them, so they need people to go out there and find them. Sometimes they get a phone call in from a pilot who's flown over wherever, he's seen a circle, whatever. But the bearings are quite hard. I mean, the last one that I covered, my subscriber rate just went from 30 to 300 within a couple of weeks, really. You know, so obviously a lot of my subscribers were crop circle fanatics. And I managed to find the last phone call that they gave me. I found this one. It took me 2 or 3 hours, hell of a lot of walking. They sent me in the wrong frigging field. You know, I found it, covered it. Yeah. But I was already on the verge of moving to Spain. So my subscriber rate could have gone way up. But, you know, nothing out. Unfortunately, not even proper cornfields out here. So even I can make them. So yeah, so that's how I've sort of ventured on to YouTube. You know, I mean, years back I didn't really bother with YouTube. I just used it for my business thing. That didn't really do much.
So how are you finding your Sunday live stream event where you talk for 2 hours? Because I mean, to hold it for 2 hours when you haven't got a video person on the video, it's all done through watching the live chat.
Yeah,
that must be very exhausting, but I think you do a very good job.
I'll tell you what, it's bloody amazing. I think when I first did it, I thought, yeah, an hour is probably enough. And I was even thinking about, on the last one, thinking of cutting it down to an hour. Unfortunately, last Sunday, I didn't put the clocks forward. So I sat up here looking at the clock, and I thought, oh, it's 8 o'clock Spanish time. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just ponder on downstairs and set everything up. When I got down there, it was 9 o'clock, my starting time. And I was always, when you panic, things don't go frigging right. You know, I was only about 5 minutes late, and I just thought, I'll sod it. And you don't realise how quick the time goes when you're doing this live chat, isn't it? It just goes so quick. And I suppose I get a couple pauses where I'm trying to read what's going on, and it's nice because you get so many people that are saying hello with each other, and they're exchanging whatever views and that. Yeah, I'm on my 13th one, I think now.
Yeah, you are, Sean. You've got Matt's big dream. Matt says, do you ever have to clean the sand and dirt out of your drones there in Spain?
No. To be honest, I don't know if Matt's been watching mine lately, but my advanced, when I smashed it into the cliff, the front lens cover on the camera had broken off completely now, and I just got like a bare camera lens now. And yeah, it gets really dusty. Yeah. I bring it down to land. I mean, that's why mainly I always try and hand catch it, but every now and again I do land it. And I am surprised. I mean, I always check it after I've finished droning and that, and the lens still seems to be nice and clean. I mean, I have a quick look at the engines, but I've never actually. I think I'll tell a lie. When I was on the golf course, I crashed it again. That friggin' advanced. Straight into it. You know, my own fault. It just went straight past me. There's a little tree sticking up, and I caught it. It went into the mud, and that's the only time I've actually cleaned out the engine because it had got a bit of mud in there. Yeah. So,
did you notice Random Life Productions was on till about 4 o'clock this morning, and with Granny Monster's channel, she was doing a live stream. She had about 8 or 9 of them on last night.
4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, she only got 2 hours sleep, she said.
See, there you are, isn't it?
Yeah, have you subscribed to Granny Monster's channel? She
No.
the lovely channel, lovely woman. She does
Yeah.
a lot of live streams during the week. She's from the States. I think it's Ohio. I think she's from.
Oh, yeah.
I subbed to her last week when Random Life Productions mentioned her, and
Yeah.
I've had a look at a few of her live streams. Very interesting. She has a lot of interesting people on.
What sort of videos does she do then?
I think it's mainly live streams.
Right, okay.
Because that's all I've seen, you know, and because Random Life Productions is a good friend of hers, it was Random Life Productions that told me about her. So,
Right.
you know, I've got Jason Allen on now. So he says good evening all.
Right.
So what plans have you got then for the coming week, Sean, for your channel?
Well, I'm going out droning tomorrow. And what am I doing tomorrow? I'm taking the advanced out. Right. People that you on the Phantom 3 standard, people that use the Artec range extender, they sent me a car kit. But when they sent it to me, it wasn't for the standard, it was for the Phantom 3 advanced. But when I looked at their video to open up the RC, it looked quite complicated, and it said, you know, if you touch the wrong wire, you can mess it all up. So I didn't go down that road. And then Artec contacted me again about a month ago, saying they're going to send me they do one for the standard now, this car kit, and it hasn't arrived. Anyway, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I thought I might take the mick out of it, because what it is, this car kit that they've got, you stick the antenna on top of your car roof, and you sit in your car with your RC, but you've got the cables connected from your RC to the aerial. So it's not really, you're still connected, but you know, you either you got the wires trapped in the door, or you got them trapped in the window. And see, officially, you're supposed to keep an eye on your drone, but if you're sat in the car, you can't really see your drone. And the thing that they sent me, the sucker that goes on the roof, it's quite cheap, really. You know, the kit that they sent to do strip down my RC for my Phantom 3 standard, the screwdriver was bloody pointless. It was a cheap Chinese screwdriver that only after one screw it just wore away, so I threw that away. I mean, if they're going to bring out a product, they need to bring it out. I mean, I don't know what they cost. You know, I mean, it's given them a to test, and like with all these things, when people give you stuff to test, are you supposed to lie about it and say, yeah, it's a fantastic bit of kit, or are you supposed to say, there's a load of rubbish? I mean, I'll be honest, the Artec range extender, from what I've used so far on my Phantom 3 Advanced, it has improved. What I don't like about it is that the panels every now and then do come loose, and I have to keep fiddling about with them. And of course, now I've got it fitted, I can't go back to the other one, you know, so I have to use them all the time now. And I notice sometimes when the drone goes off to the side, because I'm not pointing the aerials to it, it loses signal, whereas the old stock aerial didn't have that problem. So it swings and roundabouts of that. I mean, I don't think I would have personally paid for it myself. Steve down the road, my other two Phantom buddy, he used some silver foil behind the aerial. He said that he seemed to think that worked, but he actually bought the Artec range extender. But then, you know, he went and bought the Phantom 3 Advanced in the end. So, you know.
Yeah, I fully understand that. Yeah.
So I thought tomorrow I might have a bit of fun with sticking the aerials on the roof and then driving around and see if it blows off.
I look forward to seeing that footage.
Yeah, I've got some videos coming out. I've done 2 videos on the Litchi app, one with the Phantom 3 standard and one with the Phantom 3 Advanced. because I had a bit of a problem last year with the Litchi app. None of the modes seemed to work properly, but that was with the standard. But because me and Steve have been using the old VR goggles.
Yeah.
And you can only use the Litchi app with it, and it worked. It worked perfectly. Steve went out in the sea, got him long way out. He had complete trust in it, and he's never used the Litchi app before, so I just thought I'd better try out. Yeah, I was impressed with the Litchi app. I use 3 modes. I use the panorama shot, which you can't do on the DJI Go app. It does a complete 360. It takes photographs.
Oh, I'll have to get that Litchi app then.
Yeah, that was really good. Because I got Photoshop when I stitched them all together, and that looked really impressive. I tried the follow me mode. That worked all right on both the advanced and the standard. I use we call it track. This is where you can put the controller down. And this is something you can do on the Phantom 4, but you can't do it on the Phantom 3s.
Yeah.
You can put your controller down, and it actually tracks you, and you can walk off, and it'll follow you. It's not 100% fantastic. It does. Bonnie, it picked up on Bonnie a couple of times and went off the other way. Maybe it just needs one person stationary, walking about. I mean, with me and the dog, I think it confused it a bit. And then also I did the return to home. Just wanted to see and make sure it works with the Litchi app. Now with the standard, the screen's a little bit different, and I couldn't see where the return to home button was on the screen, so I just turned the controller off. That was interesting. You see it in the video why, but yeah, it worked. It gone back to its return to home, which was fantastic. Yeah, so those 2 bits will be coming out soon. What else is it? Oh yeah, me and Bonnie, we did the walk down to the lake with the small cameras. Well, we did it with the drone, so that's coming out. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I got a few coming out.
Yeah, I've just got a Steadicam. I bought a Steadicam the other day. I've been trying to get it balanced, and I still haven't got it balanced.
Oh yeah, you know about one of those things is like a hook.
No, it goes down like that. You've got weights on the bottom, the camera on the top.
Yeah.
And, I spent 45 minutes today because it arrived this morning about 11 o'clock. Put it on, and it took me an hour to get it nearly balanced. It was upright, but when you move, it swings from side to side.
Right.
So I'm going to have a go tomorrow with it.
I'm sure these gimbal devices. I mean, all the ones that I've seen. I still think. I mean, I've got a bit of a limp.
Yeah.
It's like when Lee put his video up the other day. We did the Osmo in his unique thing. You got to do the ninja walk. You got to crouch. You got to bend your legs apparently and walk like a wally.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that if you're going down the high street trying to, because people will look at you with your camera going. And I think a lot of these guys that do it, they get it sent to them, and they all got to say, yeah, it's wonderful, fantastic, buy it. I'm sure they put it in post edit and they slow down the frame rate, so it is smoothed out, because all the ones I've seen, even with the other Osmo one they had, you can see it jerks every now and again, but does it really matter?
Not really, Sean. It's like I used the drone today because it's a gimbal camera, and I just walked. I was holding the drone by the feet, and I was just walking along, and the footage I've got with it, it's ever so steady. The only problem is you haven't got the sound. So of course, when you get home in post production, you can either put a voiceover over it or a bit of music. But I thought, I spent 40 quid on that Steadicam, and I thought, really, I've got one with a gimbal. The drone's a Steadicam, isn't it? Because when you're flying, the footage is very, very steady. But I see that Random Life Productions wants a Mavic now.
Does she?
Yeah, yeah. But she put on my channel, can't afford one because she's going to Boston. So I was gonna reply and says, instead of going to Boston, get the Mavic.
Yeah. Yeah, because the amount of money she's going to spend on going to Boston, you probably would have bought one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I would have thought she'd have gone to Granny Monster's side of the States.
But I mean, I'm saying that because she's going over there to see her YouTube mates, isn't she? Really?
Yeah,
yeah. Using live, you know, the live view thing, she could do that, save some money, get a drone, and next year she could visit all her mates.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the cause again.
I just hope Granny Monster doesn't tell her what we're saying, because I don't think she's on tonight. She'll be in bed late night last night.
God, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's over the top of it, isn't it? I know. I think the other week, wasn't it, when you carried on after me? Did that go to 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, yes. Yeah. That's why this week, last Sunday after yours, they were all trying to get me to do a live event again. And I kind of ignored them.
Yeah, you got to have a bit of free time, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. So I thought to myself, if I do one on a Sunday night, I will do it an hour before yours and close it down before you start.
On this Friday, I'm going to take my car in for its MOT. Now here, they call it ITV.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means in Spanish terms, but because my car is 4 years old now, and I'll take it for its first ITV. Now in Spain, which is quite good, theirs is every 2 years. Once the car's 10 years old, then you take it every year after that. So I thought, what I might do, I'll put my camcorder on and film it, because they say you just turn up in the morning. Well, you just turn up down there, you just queue up. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought I might film that. The other problem in Spain, they got this law, you're not allowed to take photographs of people.
Yeah.
No, not officially. If you go on the beach and you take photographs of people, somebody can take out a denuncia, they call it, and you can get taken to court. This is why, obviously, there's been a bit of a problem with the drones, you know, because of the camera.
Yeah.
But they managed to drop the law, because they did try to ban it a couple of years back, but because the King of Spain wanted a drone, they thought, oh well, if he wants one, then we can't ban it now. So they relaxed the law a bit.
Yeah. Well, all the time I've been over to Spain, you know, I've always used my camera on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, I think what it is, if you went up to some policemen and you stuck your camera in their face, you know, or some dodgy people on the beach trying to flog some, like the Moroccans flogging boots and t-shirts.
Yeah, and sunglasses and DVDs. Yeah.
They know, you know, that it is law, but, you know, obviously, I mean, you can go down the high street and take photographs, but you just got to be wary of it. That's all. It's like you can have security cameras up, but you can't have them pointing out in the street. You can have them pointing out down on your property, but if they're looking over the wall, the police can come along and push the cameras in.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a law that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Well, I think this is why in Europe they have so many problems with the terrorists. That, you know, because like in Belgium, they've got no like closed circuit TV in that, whereas in the UK, which I think is brilliant, really.
Yes,
where it's covered, but yeah, bit more useless information.
Yeah. So, Sean, would you do a live video stream then now?
No.
No, that's a good. So why? What puts you off doing a live stream?
Well, I did try it a couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think what it was, because I didn't think the live thing. I mean, I've seen a couple before I did mine, and you used to get like 3 or 4 people on, I mean, I've seen a couple of years ago, there used to be two guys, they were into crop circles, and they used to be on at night, and they'd be on for 4 hours. And every time I would pop in, there'd be nobody else on there. So they'd just be sort of playing about on the internet and, and the quick speak. And I didn't honestly think it would take off. So with mine that I do on a Sunday, because I get about 30 viewers, I think, wow. But when I did try that one-to-one thing, it just didn't work really, did it? I think because I was trying to concentrate on the guys on the one-to-one, and then the guys that were chatting down the side there were getting left out, and I just thought, nah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same as tonight. We've had about 10 watching, and about 5 of them have been putting comments on, and the chat amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can see the comments.
No,
on your.
I've just got up just Hangouts. So I haven't gone into me.
So you've got to be on YouTube to get it,
Yeah.
But you do it on Hangouts and put the YouTube on, turn the sound down on the YouTube, and then you'll see the comments.
They're all good comments, are they? Not rude.
No. I mean, with Granny Monster saying a few things. And Ian Cant, he asked whether I'd seen the gas explosion footage of the Wirral. They say it wasn't gas related now, so he's put down. But I can see the comments, and I see that they talk amongst themselves. But this is what they're interested in: is the one-to-one, because you're a droner, and when you've got a one-to-one, it's easier to handle. Yeah. And if you're doing it like I'm doing it, I can cut in and say something to those who are on the live chat if I wanted to. But you're very interesting to listen to. I mean, I did say I was only going to keep these to 15 to 20 minutes, and we've already been on 32 minutes.
Yeah.
But you're very interesting to listen to.
Oh, thank you, Keith. That's very nice of you to say that.
Well, that's why you can keep a 2-hour live streaming.
Yeah.
With just chat on, live chat. You can keep it going. Now, I would find that very hard. I prefer doing it this way.
Yeah.
Even if I had the maximum 10 people on.
Yeah.
I enjoy this way better, but I also join in with a live chat with the others on your channel, because Tony Robson's just come on, nice DJI drone PDF file on number of lives saved by drones. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that, Tony.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now, when I've been flying my drone recently, I've been using I bought a cheaper tablet, the Lenovo Tab 3, that cost about, I don't know, about 60 quid, I suppose, if that. Because I had problems over the year trying to do the follow me mode. It never used to work properly. It would never work on my Nexus 7, and this cheaper tablet, it worked on fine. And then the past month, where DJI's been doing so many friggin' updates, they've done another one, because we was chatting about it on Sunday, weren't we?
Yeah. I
didn't realise that obviously Android's got a different update to the the Apple.
Yeah, iOS.
Yeah, they got a different update number as well. I thought they'll all be the same, but obviously they're not, are they?
No, they're not.
But a couple of weeks ago, me and Steve's never bothered doing the updates. He just really leaves it until he can't fly the drone anymore. And that was with the updates for the Phantom. But now, if you don't update your friggin' app, you can't fly it. And what they do, once you go onto it, it locks on. It says you can't fly this drone, and you can't get rid of the ruddy thing. You have to shut it all down. So I went, because I'm going flying tomorrow, I thought I'd just check. What I do, I go onto the Play Store site and then just see if the Go app is due, and they said, yeah, it needed an update. But when I tried it on the Nuva tablet, it said I had no space on there. It didn't have enough space. I needed to make more space. I've got no friggin' apps on there. The only apps I got on there now, because it's a Google-based, because it's Android.
Yeah.
The Google apps, and you can't shut them down. You can force stop them, but I tried all that, and it still said I didn't have enough space. So that DJI Go app, it's taking up so much memory now. It's made my the Nuva redundant. Which
so have you taken the app off altogether and then reinstalled?
Yeah, I think I might. I did it last time. Last time it did it, a couple of weeks ago. It said that, so I took the app off and reloaded it, and it took it. And tonight I haven't done that. I'll probably do that, but I just think if it's taking out all that memory now, is it worth? What I'm worried about, because is it not going to work properly? Because it hasn't got all that memory on that tablet anymore.
Yeah, well, I had problems on Saturday flying, and I put the advanced up, and it got up to about 150 feet, I think, and then it just went warning, 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 and came down real fast to land.
Yeah,
and I sent an email to DJI, explain what had happened, and guess what it was?
What?
The day before, when I'd been flying in Hubbard Hills, I'd pressed the return to home button on the receiver, on the transformer, should I say, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all, the return to home button on there. Right. So because I'd pressed that, the next time I put it up, that's what it was. It was returning to home. So the return to home must have got stuck, or the information must have got stuck, and that was the explanation DJI gave me.
Right.
So I thought to myself, in future, I'm not going to press that button. If I want it to return to home, I'll do it on the app.
All right. I mean, I always press the button because I find that a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did find another thing I've noticed. Steve does it a lot. If you use your mobile phone as as your app, when it gets down to 20%, that affects the drone as well. It affects the battery power. And also it affects it says it's returning to home because of lack of power. So it's just showing you that app is sucking power out of whatever you're using.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah, I fully. Because when I put it up on Saturday, the app said 63%, and within 10 seconds of me putting it up, it went down to 38. And when it came down, it had got about 10% on it. When I got home and put the battery on charge, it got 3 lights on.
Yeah. So this is another reason why I think maybe having the Litchi as a backup is a good idea, really, because with the Litchi, all right, you still got to do updates on that, I suppose. But if the DJI app's playing up, at least you got something to fall on. It's very similar to the DJI app anyway. The layout's a little bit different, but it's very similar. I think the standard is not so clear on, but with the advanced, it's right.
Yeah, I think I'll try it. I'll get it.
I mean, it's worth just checking every now and again, because I notice the price does seem to go up and down. I mean, I think somebody was saying the other day it's like 21 quid, but I've seen it down as low as 16 quid.
Yeah. So Sean, I think we've been on 38 minutes, and I don't want to cause any difficulty.
No, I don't want to be hogging it all.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming on this one-to-one with me. I appreciate all the watchers like Drone Encounters, Matt, Tony Robson, Steve Dickens. He's been on. Oh, and he's put, I knew you two would never shut up. Thank you very much, Steve. So I'll do a one-to-one with you and we'll see how if you shut up. I'm only joking. Who else? We've had Granny Monster on. We've had Matt's Big Dream on.
Oh, yeah.
Ian B's Adventures. Ian Cant. The only one who I don't see is
Mr. Lee.
He ain't been on, and I haven't heard from him this time. Jason Allen's been on, so I'm plugging all their channels. I hope if you don't subscribe to any of them, you'll go over. Delhi Drones, he's been on as well. I'm just going back through all my.
It's nice to see that Matt's Big Dreams starting to do more videos again, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he's going out with his GoPro camera, is he, or whatever he's using?
Yeah, it's GoPro camera. Yeah.
Yes,
doing more vlogging.
Yeah. So that's my next bit of kit I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy a GoPro Hero 4, I think, not the 5. Well, that'll be another couple of weeks. I'll have to save up for that. Anyway, Sean, I think we better call it a day.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, and thanks everybody else. So I'll see you on the flip side then.
Yeah, adios amigos.
Bye.
Bye-bye.